Alright, The Darkest Day of Man by Whitechapel. Whitechapel is one of the few deathcore bands that isn't like a progressive deathcore band like Veil of Mine or Born of Osiris or After the Burial, bands like that that I like. These guys are kind of more in the category with Suicide Silence and uh, who else? I don't know. Impending Doom and Oceano and kind of bands like that. Um, Minus religious beliefs. And well, I was just about to say I don't know why, but I actually do know why I like Whitechapel and but not Suicide Silence or any of the other bands that I named. And that's kind of what I'm about to explain to you through this track review. So this particular song, it's got kind of what Whitechapel's like kind of standard muddy kind of sounding riffing. The tone of the guitars is kind of raw. They're actually, I don't know if they're closer to death metal than deathcore, but you wouldn't really be wrong if you just called them standard death metal. They kind of their breakdowns aren't as kind of I don't know, hidden. I don't want you know what I mean though, but like they're not so obvious in like standard death metal. They're there, but they're not like bam. Here's the breakdown. Whitechapel kind of does that a little bit. So, um, but yeah, it's not like it's not like where some bands where like the singer says like move or go or something, and then the breakdown starts. I fucking hate that, and Whitechapel doesn't do that, so that's good. Um, but yeah, cool riffing through the song. Not really monotonous at all. Just kind of just fun. Um, Phil Bozeman, right? Probably one of my favorite deathcore vocalists. Because he's so good. Because he can do these really really awesome lows, like it's a different kind of growl. It's not just like it's hard to explain without like doing it, but like it's like way at the back of the throat rather than just like a George Fisher, just like, you know, yeah. Oh yeah, that was a funny face. But like yeah, like another band that does it is like I Declare War, like or Conducting from the Grave kind of does it too. Vocals like that, and he's super awesome with them. And on this album, his screams sound a little bit different than they did on This Is Exile, but they fit really really well, and they sound more raw and old school too. So that's cool. They're not so typical deathcore. Um, yeah, I also really like the lyrics of this song. I like all Whitechapel's lyrics, but yeah, this song is cool. It's not like any. It's a pretty short song, and the lyrics aren't really like amazing, and they're not too long or complicated because this was like the single off this album. They made like a music video for it and stuff. But they're still good though. How the fuck can anyone believe the truth when the religious fools have endless prophecies bring it all down to an end? I find it amusing when you think it all makes sense. I have the solution, bring it all down to an end. And the vocal patterns too are pretty accessible. It's a fun song to sing along to or like mouth along to if you're listening to it like with your iPod or something. Um, yeah, it's actually pretty catchy, and I heard in a studio update too that Phil said that he made an effort to like enunciate clearer on this album, so you wouldn't necessarily have to like look at the lyric sheet to figure out what he's saying all the time, and he did do that. He did a good job on that. Yeah, so it's a fun, heavy, just but not dull. Like I said, it's just a fun and heavy deathcore song. By far not the best on the new album, A New Era of Corruption, but it's still good. By the way, if you haven't heard, I have a Sputnik Music account where you write music reviews of like albums. My account name is Bring Me a Brick, and I wrote a review for this album. I don't know if you want me to like do a review or a video review or like make a video of me reading it or something, but if you'd like me to do that, let me know. Um, so yeah, thanks for watching.